rating the various methods that I've used to grow my following for my business on social media. I just want to start this video by saying that I have 36,000 followers on Instagram for my business, Partner in Wine, and I have nearly 50,000 on TikTok. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because when I launched the business, I only had 300 followers, and that may still seem like a lot to you if you are just starting your social media for your business, or you're in the very early stages and you're thinking, I can't even get to 100 followers, let alone 300, please tell me how you did it. You do not need thousands of followers to have a successful business. When I launched the business, I did £1,500 worth of sales on day one, and that was within a few hours, and I did only have, as I said, 300 followers. But what you really want to know is how did I grow my followers on both channels, especially on Partner in Wine, because within 7 months I had 10,000 followers. I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it, the good, the bad, and the waste of time ugly. Okay, let's talk about how I got to those initial 300 followers, because this was actually one of the easiest parts. I had 300 followers before I even announced what my product was. I think I had about 150 followers before I had even announced what my product was. And the way that I did this was through my personal Instagram account. Now, I have a personal Instagram account that is my business profile as an entrepreneur. I've had this for years. I used to use it as my personal account on Instagram, but now it's more just sort of day-to-day behind the scenes of the business, building off my personal brand. So this is my account here. As you can see right now, I have 8,456 followers. I think a few years ago, I maybe had like 4,000 or 5,000. Yes, I haven't grown this account very quickly. That's absolutely fine because the audience is engaged, and that is the most important thing, but we'll get on to that later. On this account, I began sharing behind the scenes of I'm starting a new business. Just for prior context, I already had a business at this point, which was a marketing company. It's very successful and still continues to be successful to this day because I can't seem to stop myself from helping people. I was doing behind the scenes on stories, basically telling people that I was starting a new business. I hadn't told them what the business was. I hadn't even given a name or an Instagram name or told them anything about the type of industry or the product. All I was doing was sharing on my stories, I'm starting a new business. I'm not sure when I'm going to start it, but I'm going to take you along on the journey with me. I talked through things like packaging. I asked people what packaging they would prefer. I talked through things like setting up my business bank account, setting up the company, trademarking, all of these things I discussed or shared or asked for advice on my personal Instagram account. So when the day came, a few months later, when I announced the handle of this Instagram account, I already had a community of people who were really engaged in what I was doing, what this business was going to be. And so when I tagged that handle at Partner in Wine UK, I automatically got a load of followers from people who wanted to know what I was doing. Number two in this process was I still didn't reveal what the product was. And that left people guessing. And people were guessing. People thought I was releasing my own wine, which is not what I was doing at all, but it kept them guessing. By the time I hit launch day, I had, as I said, around 300 followers. When I launched, I did £1,500 worth of sales in that initial launch period, which goes to prove the point that people think they need to have 10,000 followers to have any kind of success with their business, and it's simply not true. Social media is just one of many different marketing platforms for your business, whereas some people focus on the number on their social media rather than the number in the bank. So how did I grow it from 300 to 36,000, you might ask? Well, it's taken me a while to get there. It's taken me at least 3.5 years, but let's rate the different ways that I have used throughout those years to get to that point. Number one, collaboration. This was probably the most important one for me in the early stages. Collaboration was such a key vehicle in getting me more customers and more followers and more sales in the right areas. Now, the pinnacle in this for me was I launched my business in July 2020 and I collaborated with Mirabeau on a giveaway in January 2021. Doing giveaways on social media will gain you a following. Doing a strategic giveaway on social media will gain you an engaged following. Partner in Wine, a range of insulated wine bottles, teams up with a rosé brand, rosé being a wine that you should keep cool in your Partner in Wine bottle. Combine those audiences over, and what do you have? With that giveaway, I got 3,000 new followers. Granted, with the giveaways, you probably are going to get people that follow you just for the giveaway and not interested in your products, not interested in what you have to say, and are literally just there for the giveaway. They don't even really care about the brands that are participating in the giveaway. They just want free stuff. But a lot of those followers stuck around. I've done many giveaways in my time. Lots of giveaways have really reaped no rewards whatsoever for me, but partnered strategic giveaways have. So I'm gonna rate strategic giveaways a 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna rate normal giveaways. I'm gonna rate normal giveaways a 3 out of 10, because while they might boost your following initially, sometimes you don't gain that many followers, and you certainly don't gain a lot of sales, repeat customers, or engaged followers who will come back to your community time and time again. Number 2. Community building. Community building comes into the next thing that I'm going to talk about, number 3, which is all about highly shareable content that engages with the audience that you are trying to reach. Word of mouth is a huge part of growing a business. If you have a great product, great packaging, great customer experience, great social media, great website, people are going to want to come back and buy from you time and time again. The way that I built a community is the way that I built my initial following, which is talking about behind the scenes of my business story, what I was doing to grow my business, what I was doing in terms of new product development, and really keeping my customers engaged and informed day to day with the business. And if you supercharge number 2 with number 3, that is also going to give you a 10 out of 10 when it comes to rating ways to grow your following. So number 3, creating highly shareable, highly engaging content. If you follow Partnering Wine on social media, you may know what I'm about to show you. This is one of my best performing posts on Instagram and on TikTok. It's all about a Whispering Angel dupe. It's a £6.49 bottle of rosé available at Aldi, and I'm likening this bottle to a bottle of Whispering Angel. Highly shareable because people love a big brand name. Highly shareable because people love a dupe. Highly shareable because of the price point. Highly shareable because it's rosé, and the time of year that I posted it was on a nice hot summer's day, just before the weekend, so people rushed down to Aldi to buy that wine. Let's look at the results of the video. This video has over 400,000 views, but it's also got around 4,500 saves. So people want to come back to it. People have been sharing it with their friends in the comments by tagging them. One thing I wanted to show you was the amount of people that it reached on social media that don't already follow me. That's over 300,000 people. And the amount of follows, let's have a look at that. 3,444. If you can hear that in the background, that's my neighbour's dog. So I got nearly the same amount of followers from that one video as I did from the giveaway that I did with Mirabeau. And a lot of my other wine videos are exactly the same. Here's another example, which is one of my champagne dupes that I did at Christmas. As you can see here, I got 652 followers from that reel. None of these videos talk about my products. They simply talk about wine. And the reason that is because my strategy on social media, if you haven't already worked it out, is to talk about wine-related topics, wine-related education, talk about wines that I like, that other people will like too, in order to get people in who also have the same enjoyment for wine as I do, and therefore would also like my products. So number 3, I really actually shouldn't have rated the other 2 10 out of 10, because this is probably a more sustainable 10 out of 10. So we're gonna give this an 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. This is the way that I would, going forward, grow my following on social media. It's the way that I will continue to grow my following on social media. It's the way that I will continue to grow my brand on social media. So if you can think of a topic that your ideal customer would be interested in, if they are interested in your products, and make videos about that, then that would be my top tip and top takeaway for you from this video. Number 4. Now this is a real sore point for me, because number 4 is paid advertising. I just have never got on with paid advertising. Facebook ads, TikTok ads have just done absolutely nothing for me. I've wasted a lot of money doing them. They haven't given me really many sales, and they certainly haven't given me many followers. And so therefore, I'm gonna give these a big fat 0. Sorry guys. Number 5, cross-platform promotion. Now, the day that I went viral on TikTok for posting this video, which was the original story of my business video, was the day that I hit 10,000 followers, and I was really teetering on the edge just before that. And the reason that that got me to 10,000 followers plus was because my TikTok following went from 0 to over 10,000 in a matter of a few hours from that one video. But as you can see in your TikTok profile, you have an Instagram button. Now, if you link your TikTok to your Instagram, you can have a button in your profile for your Instagram, which takes you out of TikTok onto Instagram. And a lot of the time I find that people will discover you on TikTok, but really follow you and engage with you on Instagram. And that is a place that I like to build my community. And TikTok is a real great place to find new followers and new customers. So if in any way you can encourage people on TikTok to go and follow you on Instagram, that will be a really, really good way of building a following over each different platform. In the same way that on Instagram, you might want to encourage people to follow you on TikTok for different content. I'm gonna rate cross-platform promotion as a solid 7 out of 10. And the reason for that is it's not going to be the be all and end all of growing your platforms over both accounts. It is just gonna help enhance each of those different communities. I can't remember if we're on number 5 or number 6 now. Number 6? I want to say we're on number 6. Number 6. In-person events. One thing that I love about doing in-person events, so whether that's pop-ups that I've done with Naked Wines, at Laithwaites, wine tastings that I've done, it's a really nice way to pull your community offline and actually meet them in person. Now, this kind of relates back to the other point I was talking about earlier, which is community building. If you can take your community offline, meet them in person, and reinforce those stories that you've told them online, they can meet you, see what kind of person you are, and they engage with you, they like you, they love your event, then the more stories they are going to go and tell about your business to their friends, to their family, people they trust, colleagues, so on and so forth. Those people are going to be your best advocates. And I have met some of the nicest people who follow me on social media in real life. Not only that, but people have actually recognized me at events, even actually quite weirdly on the street. And the only reason I say weirdly is because I don't think I have enough followers for people to actually recognize me and stop me on the street, but trust me, it happened in the most random place in Lisbon once, literally in the middle of nowhere. But we digress. Events are a great way for people to discover you that would not have normally come across your social media profiles online. Whether or not this is going to grow your following huge amounts, it's debatable. I'm not quite sure I can quantify that. However, as I said, if you flip it on your head, it's a great opportunity for people on social media to go offline, spread the word of your amazing business, and get their friends to follow along too. And therefore, I'm going to rate the in-person events as a 5 out of 10. Sorry. I would love to know in the comments how you guys have grown your social media followings for your business. If I've missed any that have worked for you, please comment them below and share them with the amazing community of business people that are watching this video. And if you like this video, please subscribe, and next week I will be back with another video that will help you to grow your business. This wouldn't be a video about social media if I didn't request first and foremost that you go and follow me at LucyHitchcock_ if you don't already. You can also find my businesses at Partner in Wine UK and at Sassy Digital. And of course, if you want more of this, make sure you listen to the Winging It podcast. Just search the Winging It podcast wherever you like to listen. Wishing you all the best with your business growth. And I'll see you next time. Bye.